From Kenmore to Hamburg, covering all of Western New York, this is News 4, your local news leader.
Well, this week, the Buffalo City Mission announced that its current CEO and executive director will be stepping down.
Next week, the City Mission's chief operating officer will step up to her new role. Right now, we're joined by Mission Board President Grace Huff. Grace, it is a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So for anyone who might have missed the news, tell us a little bit more about this announcement.
Okay, so Aubrey, as the mission has grown, her position has developed over time, and she's decided that she'd like to look for new opportunities. I think maybe she'll look at some consulting opportunities. She's a very gifted development officer, so maybe she'll go out and help some other folks who need help with development.
And just for clarification, this is Aubrey Calhoun, who
Correct.
is now stepping down.
Yes.
And we have Marilyn Forcucci, who is now the interim leader there. Talk about this transition in leadership. Will it really have a major impact on the Buffalo City Mission and the operations there?
That's a good question because it is a big organization to run. But Marilyn has been with the organization for 8 or 9 years, starting off in logistics and working recently as the COO and taking over as the CPO, Chief Program Officer. So Marilyn has her hands on everything, and she has for some time. So she's really the ideal person to step in and run the business of the mission.
It's not new to her. Right?
Not at all, not at all. And she's very well liked, very well respected by the board. So I think it's as good as a transition can be.
Let's talk a little bit about Aubrey. She was with the City Mission for nearly 20 years. You were telling us you two started around the same time.
Yeah.
What was the impact she had on the mission as a whole?
Aubrey's a very gifted development officer. I mean, she started not as a development person. I mean, she started off and grew into that. So she was the associate executive director during our capital campaign when we built the new building. And she and Stuart Harper, the then executive director, raised $15 million to build that building. And it's a phenomenal building, has lots to offer our community. If you haven't been there, you should come for a visit. Yeah. So between her and Stuart, to raise that amount of money in our neighborhood was really phenomenal. And since then, she's worked very hard to just keep the mission on track, keep the programs going, run this new building, because it's a whole new set of circumstances there. So she's just been a tireless worker for the mission. She really has a heart for it. And I don't think we've seen the last of her.
The data here and across the country shows that homelessness is becoming more of a problem.
That's right.
More people, unfortunately, need to have your services. What are the operations like there? What are the issues that you're seeing there? And it's state budget season, of course. Do you suspect any funding issues?
Well, we're always, most of our funding comes from individuals. It's always been that way. We do get grants, we do get private foundations, but a lot of it comes from individuals. Of course, the price of food has gone up, so the demand on food supplies from us and from other organizations has grown. We serve over 100,000 meals a year anyway, so that's a lot of food to have to provide. During the warmer weather, we don't see as many people in the shelter because it's nicer to be out, but the men's shelter is like 97% full anyway, and the women's shelter, which we have a women's shelter as well, that's about 93% full. So there is a demand, but we've been able to meet it by God's grace, really. Anytime we've had a need, the need has been met.
We're just about out of time, but very quickly, City Mission, it's possible because of the volunteers, right? The work they do.
Very
it's
true.
National Volunteer Month. If anyone out there is looking to get involved to help, how can they do so?
Well, they can go online. They're right online on the Buffalo City Mission website. You can volunteer right there. We'd be happy to have volunteers because we do rely a lot on volunteers. So thank you for asking that. Thank you very much.
All right, Grace Huff with the Buffalo City Mission. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.